Welcome back to Daily Discovery Diaries.
Today, we're going to explore January 29th. So let's get started.
Number 1.
The Battle of Rennell Island took place in the South Pacific as part of the Guadalcanal campaign during World War II. Japanese bombers attacked U.S. naval forces, striking the heavy cruiser USS Chicago with torpedoes and causing severe damage. Despite U.S. defensive efforts, the attack marked a significant setback in the ongoing struggle for control of the Solomon Islands. The ship was later sunk while being towed.
Number 2.
The Koniuchy massacre occurred when Soviet partisan units targeted the village of Koniuchy during World War II. The attack destroyed homes and claimed the lives of around 38 people, including civilians, while injuring others. This tragic event remains a deeply painful episode in Polish and Lithuanian wartime history, remembered as part of the wider suffering endured by civilians in Eastern Europe during the conflict.
Number 3.
The Battle of Brienne was part of Napoleon's 1814 campaign, where he sought to defend France from advancing coalition armies. French forces engaged Russian and Prussian troops near Brienne-le-Château. Although Napoleon initially gained ground, the Allies regrouped and forced a retreat. This battle marked the beginning of the campaign that would eventually lead to Napoleon's defeat in France and his first abdication.
Number 4.
The Osaka train disaster occurred when 3 trains on the Nishinari Line, today's Sakurajima Line, collided and caused a massive explosion near Ajikawaguchi Station. The accident claimed the lives of 181 passengers and injured many more, making it one of the deadliest railway disasters in Japanese history. The tragedy highlighted urgent safety issues in Japan's growing railway system during the wartime era.
Number 5.
The Archiginnasio, one of Bologna's most famous buildings and home to its historic university, suffered major damage during an Allied bombing raid in World War II. The Anatomical Theatre, originally built in the 17th century and used for medical teaching and dissections, was completely destroyed. After the war, it was painstakingly reconstructed, symbolizing Bologna's resilience and dedication to preserving its cultural and educational heritage.
Number 6.
A wave of public anger erupted in Indonesia on January 29, 2001, when thousands of students stormed the parliament in Jakarta. They accused President Abdurrahman Wahid of being involved in corruption scandals, intensifying calls for his resignation. The protest highlighted the fragile state of Indonesia's democracy in the post-Suharto era and increased political pressure that would eventually lead to Wahid's removal from office later that year.
Number 7.
As the Red Army advanced toward Kiev, Bolshevik supporters within the city staged an armed revolt on January 29, 1918. Centered at the Kiev arsenal factory, the uprising aimed to aid the Bolshevik takeover. Ukrainian forces loyal to the Central Rada, however, suppressed the rebellion after 6 days of intense fighting. The failed uprising reflected the deep divisions in Ukraine during the turbulent period of the Ukrainian-Soviet War.
Number 8.
Iraqi forces launched a surprise attack across the border into Saudi Arabia on January 29, 1991, seizing the coastal town of Hofji. Coalition forces, including U.S. Marines, Qatari, and Saudi troops, mounted a counteroffensive that reclaimed the town after 2 days of fierce fighting. The battle was significant as the first major ground engagement of the Gulf War, showcasing both the determination of coalition forces and the vulnerabilities of Iraqi ground tactics.
Number 9.
The capture of Mexicali on January 29, 1911, by Mexican Liberal Party fighters marked the beginning of the Maganista Rebellion in Baja California. Inspired by anarchist ideals led by the Flores Magón brothers, the rebellion sought radical reforms in land distribution and workers' rights. Though short-lived, the movement challenged both the existing Porfirio Diaz regime and later revolutionary leaders, leaving a lasting influence on Mexico's revolutionary history.
Number 10.
Carl Benz's invention, the Benz Patent-Motorwagen, marked the beginning of the modern automobile industry. The vehicle was powered by a single-cylinder four-stroke engine and featured innovations like a lightweight tubular steel frame and differential gears. Although it looked more like a motorized carriage than today's cars, it proved the practicality of gasoline-driven vehicles. This milestone paved the way for mass transportation, transforming industries, economies, and societies worldwide.
Thanks for joining us to explore historical milestones. If you enjoyed today's discoveries, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.